So we've been having some people ask us to do a boat tour video or just a video in general. So we're gonna go ahead and do that today. We'll film some stuff and put it together.
Show you around.
This is the main salon for the boat right here. This is where we spend most of our time hanging out, and we're a 2-cabin boat.
We do have a head, which is boat talk for bathroom here, and we have completely designated it for a shower.
This is the reason she can't open the door all the way right now. Yeah, so it's got 2 doors. There's a door right here that connects this V-berth, and the V-berth to the forward head. But we've just kind of converted it to a shower. The previous owner, he just used it for a shower, and it worked out pretty good. So that's what we've been doing. We do have a head there, sink, little vanity, but we have just used it as a shower. So it's got this other double door here. You can see the 2 of them there. We've just been using this mostly as storage. Putting some extra blankets, stand-up paddleboard, our laundry, just a bunch of stuff we haven't figured out where it should go yet. Ship's bell right here. This might go off while we're talking. It's a little startling, not too bad though.
So another thing that we love is the abundance of storage. Behind each of these settees is a ton of storage area. So right now we have extra life jackets, we have courtesy flags, water filters. The former owner gifted us with so much, lots of goodies. We still really haven't gone through everything to find everything that was left behind. We're going to do an inventory and get nice and organized so that we're not buying doubles of everything.
We're literally finding cool stuff like every day. I found a bunch of cool lines. I found a little hand bilge pump that I already bought one of.
Yeah. We have found that to be the case. So we have some doubles happening. We also really love the library, the sailing and boating library that the former owner left us.
Cruising guides, general information. You got the old school Chapman piloting book and the new one, because you got to have your own.
In the galley, we have a propane stove and a 3-burner
Force 10 stove with an oven.
Yes, and this is gimbaled. So if we are at sea, if we're cruising and I'm trying to cook, then the stove is gimbaled. The pots won't actually move around, and I can keep us fed while we're on the go.
We got a little double stainless steel sink up here, which has been pretty awesome. And then our refrigerator back here.
Yes, the fridge back here is quite deep. It goes all the way down to the bottom of this cabinet. There's a freezer section on the side that is very effective. In fact, we had a milkshake just because a gallon of milk froze while it was in there.
Got a couple of hatches that go up to the deck. Right, there's one right there, and a bunch of port lights. So most of the time we don't even have lights on during the day. We just use the natural light comes in. And you got a big hatch here above the V-berth. Tara showed you earlier. This is actually our mast coming down through the boat and attaching down to our keel. This right here is the chart table. We still haven't gotten our collection of paper charts yet, but there's little spaces to put them. We're all digital right now. We mostly do a lot of our navigation off the chart plotter on the boat and an iPad. But you got some storage down here to store some charts as well. VHF, charger, separate little chart plotter there with its own instrumentation as kind of a backup. Fuel gauges, voltmeter, high water alarm. Then we've got our main panel right here for our electric. We've got our DC panel up top, AC down below from where we're connected to shore power. We've got a generator on deck too that we use for supplemental power out here.
I just turned on the engine room lights.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be able to see in here.
I think it might be at the bottom
As well.
Yeah. So this is the engine room. So we've got a little 4-cylinder diesel Perkins motor in here. These boxes right here house our battery bank. This is basically just kind of the heart of the boat. It's got everything kind of going through here, all the electrical, fuel lines, water pumps. One of the bilge pumps is in here. Our main water pump's in here. This is a hot water heater. It's a little 6-gallon hot water heater, your water filters, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot going on in here. I'm learning a little bit more every day, every time I open these doors. This is my little workbench area right here. Kind of keep some tools and random consumables. Got some storage down here. Another closet here. There's little port lights all over the place. And then back here is our main cabin.
Yeah, this is where John and I sleep. Banksy's on the floor in the evenings in his bed. Pretty standard bedroom stuff. We got all our clothes stashed back here. John continues to bump his head everywhere. We don't hang out back here very often, just at night when we're catching those Z's. And
got a little hatch up here that we try to leave open. This is a center cockpit boat, so they're kind of notorious for not having a lot of ventilation in the rear cabin. So we've kind of been figuring that out, but it's working out. We usually keep our little port lights here open, as well as the hatch. And we put some screens over the hatches, and it's not too bad. And then this back here, this is our rear head. And this is our kind of full-time bathroom here. Whereas the other one's mostly just a shower.
super handy from this side of the engine room. Sorry, Banksy.
Oh yeah, so you got a little access panel here, so you can kind of get back to the back of the engine room. I already turned off the lights, so it's a little dark in there, but you can access that there. You can pull this up and get access to your through valves and your seacocks and the prop shaft right there. But cool little hidey holes everywhere, like even under here. This is storage under there. Got a pair of jeans in there that I might never wear. I'm gonna grab some sunglasses because we're getting ready to go on deck.
Up top sides.
And there, whenever I read the manual of this boat, it said the headroom in here was 6 feet 4 inches, and it is exactly that. So this is the stairs of the companionway that lead to the cockpit. So we got some nice cushions in here. When we took the boat from Port Charlotte here to Gulfport, we spent most of our day right here. We had all of our instrumentation up here, and just drove the boat, man.
We motored the whole way.
Motored the whole way up the ICW.
Let's take a look at what we've got.
So you got your helm. It's pretty big. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel really cool whenever I'm driving it. You got your chart plotter here. Wind speed, direction, all that good stuff here. You got your depth gauge right here, and then I got an iPad mount where we usually have navionics or like waterway guides or something like that up, checking out anchorages before we get to them. Got a little autopilot down here. This locks it in. This controls it. There's a little control panel right down here. And then above that, I've got my engine gauges here, so you get your tach, which I'm running 1,000 RPMs right now for some reason. Who knows? Voltmeter, oil temp, oil pressure, so you can kind of keep an eye on things up here. Usually over here we've got our VHF plugged in, but we have it unplugged and stashed down below right now, because we don't keep it up here when we're not on the move. You got a full enclosure bimini here, which has been awesome. We've had a couple of rainstorms and managed to stay warm and dry in this solarium. Tara's pulling up the cushion, so we've got a little storage area down here. Got a little collapsible bucket in there. Got our winch, or a couple of winches. So this one usually would be used to haul out the main, but we can't get our furlers stuck right now, so we got to figure that out. We've got a couple of winches here for our jib sheets. We'll go out of the cockpit to our back deck here. Let's see. It's kind of cool. The fact that the boat is a center cockpit, so we get a little extra space. Means we get a little extra space back here, a little deck space. So we've already started filling it up. We got a generator here, so we can plug that in and run that when we're not getting power from our wind turbine up there. And between the two, we've been kind of able to keep our batteries topped off, keep them going. So we've got a little propane tank here, and that powers our little outdoor rail-mounted grill there. These little slats right here are kind of cool. They let in light into that rear cabin just below me. Let's see if we can zoom. And then we've got some storage up here. This one houses our main propane tank, and that powers our stove and oven down below in the galley, as well as the propane heating stove there in the salon. And on the other side here, this one just mostly has a bunch of lines in it. I won't open that up and show you guys that. And then we kind of store some of our gas and diesel jerry cans back here. There's the mast.
Here's our mast. 55-foot mast, but that's from waterline.
So here at the front, this is the forestay. It's got a furler on it. This is where our Genoa is. It's all wrapped up around here. We've got an anchor road locker here. It's got all of our chain and extra road for our spare anchor. We've got our main windlass here. Oops, might have just ripped it, but it needs replaced. Then you got either electric switches for that. The windlass is what we use to lift our anchor whenever it's time to go. It's just basically a big winch. We've got two anchors up there.
And we can take a look at our mooring.
Oh yeah, we're just tied into this wall.
So we've got two different lines, one from each side of the bow here, going through the pinnet, which is attached to the mooring ball, which goes down to the bottom. We're in about 12 feet of water here.
Other than just like a bunch of sailboat terminology, this is the deck.
Got our hatches open, trying to catch that fresh air. No AC on the boat.
No AC. But it's been pretty nice.
Yeah, it's been gorgeous.
All our neighbors have been really nice. Gulfport, Florida. They have this awesome little mooring field out here. Gives us access to a dinghy dock, the marina, and all of its facilities. This is where we fill our water tanks. We've got two different water tanks. One's 100 gallons. The other one I think is like 15 or 30. I can't remember. Basically, the smaller one is just used as a backup whenever we run out of the main one. But we can refill them right here, or you can access them under the salon floor. We've got some scoopers. These just drain the water that come onto the deck. We've got a couple of waste pump out spots right here where you can just, a boat will come by once a week, once every 2 weeks, and we'll hook up a vacuum hose to it and it'll pull out all of our waste from our tanks. So this is our main little form of transportation to and from the boat. Get in the dinghy.
Get in the dinghy. She's in the shot.
She's in the shower now. Her name is the Rocinante. She's been a fantastic vessel so far.
Yeah, she needs some love.
Got some repairs scheduled for her, some stuff planned. But until then, we'll just keep using her, keep pumping her up every time we use her. Whenever we're on passage, or if we're just wanting to get her out of the water for a couple days, we do have a couple of dinghy davits back here, and they're basically just a little crane to lift your dinghy up out of the water, and it'll hold it back here on the back of your boat. And, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we forgot about. I'm sure there is, but... if the boat looks clean, that's because it is. We spent a lot of today working on it to make it look good and putting stuff away. Most of the time the boat looks a little chaotic. Well, there's our dog and he's telling us it's time to do something else, so maybe we can make a run to shore or something here.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Gulfport.
We're going to shore.
What?
We're going to shore. Oh yeah. And then he gets his life jacket put on him. Safety first, huh, buddy?
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. He went to jump before I was ready for him. She's a one pull shotty.
Here we go. On to Gulfport.